It was inevitable. So these two vehicles right here, the Outcast and this thing right here, the Kraton. So these are their revised versions, and we got a glimpse of it when we saw the Mojave 4S. And you knew this was going to happen because when you went online to try to like order, I think they do that thing where they do the whole back order thing. So yeah. So let's see. It looks as though they've done a couple of things different. I'm actually in the middle of editing a video, and obviously this thing popped up. But morning, what's going on, guy? So I'm going to jump into the Outcast first, just because it's right here. Might as well see like what some of the differences are. I kind of want to pull up the original Outcast, but I mean, if you don't already know what this vehicle is, the hobby shops have them in stock. Meaning not this one. I mean, I'm sure they're going to have this one in stock, but I know hobby shops still have what they call the leftovers of the Outcast and the Kraton 4S when they did their version 2 or 3 or whatever the heck version that it's up to. I can't remember. So when they did the Mojave, the 4S, that was literally giving you a glimpse of, okay, they're making design changes. They're going to strengthen an already incredible truck. The thing is that one reason why I didn't go ahead and get the Kraton version of this Outcast was because this thing did it all. And what I was worried about was that extended length chassis presenting a problem. And I mean, as far as braking. So did they, or what did they do with this chassis? Michael Van Kirk, guy, come on, man. Michael Van Kirk for the win here. Thompson, what's going on, guys? Speed Rookie, what's happening? Steve Kamatis, what's going on, guy? Turismo 4GT, JC Proctor, what's going on, guys? So I wanted to just do like the thing that I always do when a company will put out, a video or a new release or whatever, and just kind of like dive in real quick. You're getting a look at this kind of like the same time I am. I was not prepared for this. And the funny thing is today's a special day. So just taking a look at this thing. Yeah, guy, that's the 8S, right? Oh no, did they really? Wait a minute. That's the 4S? So they gave the new 4. Look how it's upside down. That's a riot. Oh, what's going on? No, I don't want that. My elbow hit the thing here. Ah, dude, that looks like the 8S one. So that is the 4S, unless they like somehow did something funny, but they didn't because it's plastic chassis, all that stuff. So that's pretty funny how they did it upside down. Turn your world upside down, and that is what that truck does. It really does. The original, like I said, is it V3? I don't even remember. Whatever it is, the blue one that I got, that thing. It did turn the world upside down because they created an already very durable truck. And I didn't have any issues with mine. Now, what I'm looking at is right away, these side guards are definitely different. So added dirt protection. So I guess that's a good thing. Added some dirt protection in there. Oh, even on the back. Check that out. Even on the back for the shocks, they put dirt protection for the rear arms. Now that's a smart move. Man, they're really making these things pretty slick, man. So I guess if you already had the 8S version, you could go ahead and get this and you'd have the double mint twins. That's what I was saying, dude. Double mint twins. But the Outcast 4S in its original version, the one that I have, is already incredible. So if anything, they're going to make this most likely is already going to be that much more incredible. And I guess it's geared to the people that don't already have it kind of deal. Or if you do have it and you got to have it, you got to have it. So, yeah. I was rehashing a couple of older Arrma interview videos because I was curious about the whole takeover, or maybe not necessarily takeover, but the buyout of Horizon. Trying to like figure out a couple things because Earl and I have been chatting on some stuff. But yeah, so potentially if you don't already have this truck or the Kraton, there is the potential that the Kraton version of this, which is this bad boy right here, there's a potential that this one may be just that much better, and maybe that would be that kick to want to have somebody go ahead and now maybe get this. The 6S platform of Kraton doesn't go well with me, but there are some people that absolutely love it. So we're looking at basically the same kind of deal in that, but back to the Outcast here. So this was what everybody was crying about when the two new drops came out with the Kraton and the Outcast. Everybody was, what are they even calling this? Are they calling this V3, or are they just literally just calling this different? Maybe this is just revised, but that part right there. So that metal center diff is what everybody was, and not even metal, but the center differential is what everybody was crying about. And my attitude sometimes is, in a certain RC or level of RC, when does the center diff really kind of not make sense? Who knows, man? The point is, I guess Arrma listened and they gave everybody what people were crying about. I wasn't crying about it because I felt it was fine just the way it was. I don't have any issues. But maybe it's the wearability, the fact that that little slipper clutch thing has the whole pads and all that garbage. But what's going to be the difference? Can you just buy like the internal gears that you got for this thing? I don't even know. I haven't. Yeah, it's funny, is I haven't even looked at it. But it's going to give you more precise, I guess, kind of tuning, and that's what people were wanting. So, and I think, and this is something that I do like. So this whole gear mesh thing, it was a wicked pain with the models prior. So the whole 3S line, and then even with the two releases of the 4S line, doing the gear mesh was a pain because you had to do it out of truck. And when you did it out of truck, it still wasn't exactly right because you couldn't have the plate on. So unless you drilled holes, in which they basically took care of that, and that's part of that. This right here is part of that thing where Arrma is listening. I'm not even going to get into the big rock, so don't ask. So, excuse me. But anyways, they do listen to certain things, and I think they try to do the best they can. But this was a good move. Being able to fine-tune, or being able to kind of give that gear mesh or the motor screws just that little extra crank with the case on, because what would happen is when you had just the one half of the case on, trying to get that gear mesh exact, it wasn't happening as easy as it is now. You know what I'm saying? Because now there's a bearing on both sides. And this kind of setup probably needed that because it's so much bigger. And it all makes sense. It really does. They really are making design improvements. It is a slow process, but guess what? That's sometimes how it works, man. Sometimes it literally is just a slow process. So yeah, you get the thing there. So all of these things are going to be like the same between the two RCs. So obviously the one difference should be the chassis length and all that stuff. So I kind of want to hop into the chassis length, but so here we go. So here's the whole planetary setup for these geared differentials. You got steel input gears and main gears, which is absolutely great. Arrma really has stepped up this 4S line. They really have. I'm seeing that what they're doing is, I think they're looking at maybe another company and going, man, we really want to surpass what that other company is, because there's these little things that keep hammering away at us or chipping away at our company. Let's see what we can do about that. And this was another step in that right direction. Then bam, right there. Wishbone guards, dirt guards. So they're calling it wishbone dirt guards. So at least for the rear of the vehicle, which is where those front wheels just fire all the garbage towards the back. When you get a chance to look at your shocks at the back of the vehicle versus the front, the back is usually wiped out unless you wiped out and you damaged like somehow the front, but the back is always annihilated. So they're listening. And I hate that friggin' word, man. There's that fanboy word. I can't stand that word. I'm a fan of a company making the steps in the right direction, and look at that. That's a huge step in the right direction, man. They're really trying to do it. I want to get to this. I want to get to this chassis. I want to see. Like, I mean, they're really trying to keep all that debris out. You can see how the tops of the thing are flaring out. So, yeah. So that's now back to the center diff. Kind of went, and like I said, the difference in these two trucks is going to be what? Tires, body, wing. Those are going to be like the differences, and obviously the length of the chassis. So, go to this next picture here, and this is a video. And we are muted, so there ain't going to be any issues. So just play this and see what this looked like. This is obviously showing the Outcast and hopefully showing some tricks. So let's just enjoy the show here. I wish I could have the volume. I just don't want to get nailed with a copyright strike. Yeah, literally, it's doing Outcast things, man. I tell you, watching this just makes me absolutely miss driving my Outcast. My Outcast 4S is mint. I just jump into the comments real quick. Mark Morris is here. We got Paul, Rogue Factor. Emily is here. Wow. Lightning Ninja, what's going on, guy? Mac 305, what's going on, guy? The double dent twins guy, yes. Yep. Dude, look at that. That was, dude, that's all Ken Block right there. That's a Ken Block maneuver. Come on. That's mint, dude. Look at that. That's a total Ken Block maneuver right there. They definitely took a page out of the whole Gymkhana thing. Man. Oh, I want to have volume so bad. It's probably music, though. Yeah, they definitely took. I wonder if they got the film crew from them, because this is all Ken Block stuff, man. I mean, look at that, dude. Come on. That was one of. I'm going to show you something. So this right here. So when they film stuff like this, it does make you want to get out there and really rip it. Now, keep in mind, this is all edited footage, so that take could have been like 10 or 12 different takes to get the exact right thing. So it's like, just because you buy this truck doesn't mean all of a sudden you're going to be a hero driver. Although, I do have to say there are a few RCs, because of their design, they did make me feel like that hero driver. I do have volume, right? I do. Could you imagine if I never even checked to see if I even had volume here? I gotta check and see. Can somebody let me know if there's volume? I never even checked. Somebody did do me a solid here. Is there any volume? Is there any volume? Oh, crap. Could you imagine if I'm just... All right. Somebody's laughing, so there's got to be volume. Dude, could you imagine if this whole time nobody would be on here, I would think. You can hear it, dude. Thank you. Appreciate that, man. It's all the stuff that I just don't check. Where are we here? But So what I was getting back to, right, is one of the things that made me buy the Traxxas UDR was Traxxas's video. Yes, it took 500 or 5,000 takes over various different camera angles and cameras and all this other stuff. But watching how that Traxxas UDR, yeah, I know I'm doing an Arrma, I'm talking Traxxas, but I'm talking about the whole filming process. The way it was filmed, it was like, damn, now that is such a scale looking operating truck. And then when I bought it, the pain was the price, but the experience in driving that UDR was the payout. It was definitely well worth the money. And that's why I'm saying, I know I wasn't going to get in the Big Rock, but that's also why I was talking about the Big Rock. Yes, does the Big Rock have an issue? Yeah, I don't think it's every single one of them, but I'm sure am thinking it's every single one of them. It's just some people aren't noticing, and it might be just the way they drive. I don't know. Maybe some people just aren't hearing the issues. But as far as it is right now, with talking to Earl, it's seemingly some type of a communication issue between the receiver, which incorporates the radio, and the ESC. There's some kind of a software glitch conflict that's messing stuff up. So, and that's a very rough hit. That's a super rough hit. But the truck itself, and that's why I said in that video, I was being honest with you. Arrma almost created the perfect truck. Now, I am 99.9% biased on that Big Rock because I absolutely love the design. It's giving me a 6S vehicle that I don't necessarily like, but now because they incorporated that body, they made the truck just this solid. I wasn't going to talk about the Big Rock. They just made this truck a solid beast that is Arrma bashing and tunability, or bashability and tunability. That's why I like the Big Rock. And that's why, yeah, that's why I like the Big Rock. Honey, it's my birthday, honey. So just don't get mad at me. So my wife watches these, so she knows, man. But watching the way this truck, yes, it's all edited footage, dude. Think about how many cameras are out there, or at least figure out, how many camera setups there are. I'm telling you right now, man, there's so many times that I film things and I'm like, damn, if I just had another camera going. So that's obviously that right there. Nasty, nasty truck. Let's see. Am I in total? Yeah, okay. So, SPEKTRUM S6. That's another thing too, though. I did want to put out there that this is something that I came across. It's not talking about this specific servo, but it is talking about the fact that a faulty servo can also cause a problem with the ESC, believe it or not, because what it's doing is if it's backfeeding dirty information to your receiver, it actually can kind of, I guess, corrupt. And that goes along with the whole automotive diagnosis problems, especially with newer vehicles. Everything's computerized. You can have a component that is faulty, giving dirty information, and when that information is dirty, it actually can corrupt the rest of everything else. And that was something that I mentioned to Earl. I said, there was that one time with my 6S Notorious that out of the box the servo was corrupt, meaning it was dirty. Something about the servo and its electronics was kind of given some backfed signal to the receiver that was totally screwing everything up. And I ended up swapping out servos to a Hobao servo, and everything, it was gone. Like all of the screw ups, all of the glitching, all of the everything was gone. And it was only due to the fact that the servo. Now, again, not trying to get into the big rock, but is there the possibility that there's some kind of dirty signal being backfed from that? What is it, S665? I think the big rock is the 665. This is the 662. So this is supposed to be a better servo than, what we had. 25 tooth spline for the output shaft there. 7.4 volts. Pay attention to that. They're bumping up power. 7.4 volts to be able to give that servo some strength. New SPEKTRUM ESC, which is that SPEKTRUM Firma 120 amp V2 smart brushes. So all this stuff that we're seeing is going to be also in this truck right here, the Outcast. So just remember, we're kind of going over, I said Outcast, the Kraton. We're going over this truck, the Outcast here. So a lot of this stuff is going to translate or transfer onto that. So, yeah. So fitted with reliable IC5 connectors. I do agree. The IC5 connectors are great because you can take an EC5 and plug it right in and you're good to go. You cannot take an XT90 and connect it into, I think that's what it was. Is it XT? One way it goes, the other way it doesn't, I forget. But don't do it because the connection's loose anyway. It's not a solid connection. I've switched everything, or at least a lot of my stuff, over to EC5. Integrated fan, great. And then it's talking right here. User programmable punch, brake, BEC, reverse speed, and motor timer settings. My question is, what programmer box? And I say programmer box, and I think a couple of people didn't catch that. So the truck that I did over at the hobby shop, their Big Rock, right? That didn't come with the right manual. And some people were thinking that I switched manuals. Why would I do that? I tried to show, here's the manual, here's all the SHI that's coming out of this bag. Oh, here's the Big Rock supplemental thing. Why am I getting just a generic manual? I'm thinking there must have been some container ship that was full of Big Rock manuals that fell into the ocean. So they had to supplement and give the piece of garbage manual. It's not a piece of garbage. It's just, you pay $700, you better get the right manual for your truck, man. So that kind of was a bummer. But then it was great because putting that information out there made me realize that I wasn't the only one. Earl himself, he got the Big Rock manual, and other people put in the comments that they didn't, that they got the same exact generic manual. Now, what does that do? Well, when I scanned the ESC for the programming, it came up with the generic 150 amp 8 position ESC thing. So when I plugged in that program box, the V2, obviously that didn't work because it needs a software update. And as far as I know, I could be wrong. I did pin the comment, but as far as I know, they still, as of a few days ago, did not have the updated ESC software. Now, can you go into the manual and do whatever you got to do? Yeah, but not if you don't have the right manual. So when Earl opened up his manual, he either had 9 or 10 settings. Oh, he had 10 settings. And then the last setting, number 11, he didn't do anything with because he's like, well, it's not in the book. I can't do anything about it. Sergeant J, what's going on, guy? Salt and Pepper, what's happening? Austin, Danny Drones, what's going on? That guy, two channel, that's it, huh? Mark Morris, Clint Covert, Aaron, what's going on? Wrecked Coop. Oh, I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know why your name is Wrecked. Oh my God, Daisy. Ah, she just lit me up. I love this dog, but I'll tell you right now, man, if you're ever considering getting a Mastiff, just know they love to be close to you. They love to be close to you, dude. And they love to eat. She's killing me, dude. It's bad. No, get out of here. Go away. Go away. No, I gotta let her out, man. Come on, let's go out. You smell so bad. What the hell? Yeah, you're so happy, huh? You're so happy you're crapping all over me? Get out of here. Oh my God. Haley, you can come in. I don't care. Come on, hurry up. Haley. Oh my God, dude. She's so terrible. Literally feel like puking there. She's bad, dude. She's so bad. But anyways, yeah, I don't even know where I was. I think I was just talking to people. She ruined it for me. I don't even know where the heck I was. See you next Tuesday. What's going on, guy? RC Robin Sand. What's going on? Cybertruck Day. There you go, guy. Nice. You picking up your Cybertruck? Sweet. All right. So, yeah. So, SPEKTRUM, Firma, 120 amp. It's supposed to be a better ESC. 2, 3, and 4S compatible with the smart technology. So, and then next picture here is, now people are torn. There's a lot of people say that these motors are garbage. That's the other thing too, is does the Kraton have the 24 kV? 24 kV. Does the Kraton have the 2400 kV? That does, same exact. So I was right. So basically, here's the Outcast, here's the Kraton. So the Outcast and Kraton share the same exact electronics. They're going to share the same servo. They're going to share all this stuff. So yeah, I mean, it's smart. It's just the way they do things. It's the way they go. It should be good. I'm not having any I gotta tell you, man, I'm not having zero problems other than my springs, and obviously when they revised that part. But that's also where I wanted to jump into the rear end of this truck, because the rear end of this truck, they've changed up a little bit, and it's because of the Mojave. But keeping it cool, they've got the fan and a heatsink on there. Absolutely very smart. SLT, this thing is fine. SLT 3 transmitter, it's fine. The only thing I don't like, and I've got mine right here, the only thing I don't like, or I have a frustration with, is that switch. The switch is, when you got sausage fingers, it's kind of, just try to get your finger to press the button. I can't tell you how many times I'm trying to press that damn button and my sausage finger's not being able to fully depress the stupid button. So it's like you got to turn your finger in a certain way to make it so that it goes on. The quick, easy fix for that would be to take some sandpaper, probably take the switch out, take some sandpaper and kind of sand that away, and it would make it so your sausage finger could go ahead and stick into the hole better. Anyways, so this remote is fine. You can do the whole endpoint adjustment, all that stuff. Just a basic, good all-around transmitter. Now, I kept calling this thing the piece of garbage, but I think the reason why is I was going from better remotes, and they kind of like went over to this, but it's fine. It works. It works. SR315, just a basic, no AVC, but it does have telemetry. It's a no AVC receiver. It's fine. Does the job. It's small. It's just, again, I'm not trying to talk about the big rock here, but some people were saying that they swapped out their receiver and everything was fixed. Like, meaning they swapped it out to an AVC receiver. The thing about that is if the AVC, because the AVC handles both throttle and steering, if the AVC is seeing something in that communication line that it's not liking, is it potentially softening that glitch issue that the big rock is suffering? And I got to tell you, one thing that does make me a little nervous for people that want to buy the Kraton 6S EXB that they've got coming, I don't even know if that thing's out yet. I've got no interest in it. It's just, is that ESC, is that going to potentially have a dirty signal issue as well? And I don't know, man. I'm thinking if it's going to have, maybe it's going to have better electronics all the way around. But that is kind of rough. If there's a little bit of a dirty signal in there, I think what's frustrating is a lot of those jumps with the big rock. I mean, it's a different truck, and it was my first run. A lot of those jumps with the big rock, when I ended up crashing, it was because of that dirty signal or whatever's going on. So there's a little bit of a frustration level, because if you just dropped a few bucks on something like this that's brand new, and you end up with damage that's not your fault because of a crash, dude, that's way not cool. That's way not cool. And I think that's why, yeah, does Earl nitpick stuff? Yeah, he does, but he does it for a reason. There's an absolute 100% reason why he does it. So I got to just go into this thing real quick. Bear with me. Come on, guy. You know, it's funny. My live isn't even showing up. Well, isn't that a pisser? My live isn't even showing up. That's annoying. I'm just trying to figure some stuff out here. Anyways, okay. All right. Where am I here? She's outside. She's fine. I can see her through the window. She's a Floridian. So Daisy was actually born in Florida. And it's funny. I don't know if it's the whole Mastiff breed, but she doesn't like being hot, and she kind of gets hot very easily. It's weird. But then she'll want to be like in your lap. So anyways, here's a video, again, showing the Outcast. We'll do a couple of Kraton videos too, but dude, this thing is awesome. If this thing, I'll pause it real quick. If this thing is anything like, it's going to be better, dude. If this is anything like my Outcast, I got to tell you, hands down, that Outcast for me, what was it, 2022? That was the best vehicle drop for me personally of 2022. It was an awesome, awesome truck. It really was. I didn't get the XRT. I converted my Traxxas X-Max into a Mongrel XRT. And that is a great vehicle. So obviously a lot of things carried over. Getting a good look at that chassis. Those side plates, look how big those side plates are. But I am curious though, is the chassis, the actual physical chassis, changed? Because these side plates are something that goes in. See, I'll put volume on real quick. All it is just music. Wait. So is Earl going to be like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. So is Earl going to be like, what's C45T? That's the C45T guy. Anyways, yeah, aluminum shocks. Yeah, I know they're not threaded, but whatever. These are version 2, I believe. So I believe those backflips. Where is it? Aluminum shocks. Did it say about the tires? I thought it said version 2, but maybe it was for the Kraton thing. But, this is just the video representation of what we just saw. Those dirt protection guards, that's definitely pretty cool. They nailed it. Question is I think that's what I had noticed on my original Outcast, was that it does have those holes on the arms, I think. I think I had pointed that out. So, yeah. So for those people that do not have a 4S Outcast, man, you're getting a better one than I am. You're getting a better truck than I already have. Or do you? All right, so because I was inverted, short wheelbase allows the Outcast 4S to flip with ease. Yes, it does. Dude, it totally does. These trucks are great, man. They really are. All right, so front and rear skid plates, great. Yep. See if we see anything. The arms just look nice and beefy. And then again, proven internal gears, steel, all that good stuff, or metal, whatever you want to get. It does say steel, proven internal steel gears. So, excuse me. Get some little shims there, little shimmy shims, little shimmy shims. Now this, I really hope, okay? To me, for my truck, this picture right here and the springs were the huge downfall of this truck. So this servo saver spring, and because of this whole integrated design, the servo saver spring that's in this thing, in my opinion, it wears out way too fast. And was that my fault? No. I mean, yeah, because I changed the tires to Red Cat Kaijus, because the Kaijus are mint. The Kaijus are a 6S tire that I put on a 4S truck, and that Outcast enjoyed and ate up everything about that. But getting into the shock springs, that's unsprung weight. So, you know what I'm saying? The springs just really wore out really quick, and the same thing with this internal spring. Just again, in my opinion, it just seemed to go too fast. I wasn't ready for it to get tired that fast. But that's the one drawback. This was great. 17 millimeter wheel hexes, absolutely beautiful, great idea. And they do kind of like have an odd loose feeling in that setup. It's weird. When you stick your finger in the hole of the wheel and you wiggle the wheel, you can actually feel that separation between that black screw and the wheel hex. Because that screw, all that screw is doing is pushing down on that pin, locking that in. So the hex is just got this slight little bit of tweak to it, which is fine. No big deal. Everything is going to wear out. You can't have tolerances that are so tight that you'll never get stuff apart again. So, anodized aluminum center brace, awesome. Great setup for these trucks. Definitely kind of keeps things more rigid. But I do like the black theme that they're going with. The only one thing that kind of is a bummer, all the wires are black too. So when you like take your motor out, Does it say ABC on the back of the motor? Because I know on the ESC, I think on the ESC it says ABC, right? But it kind of, you can screw up the wires if you don't remember. I don't know. I think when they took that color coding away, unless the color coding somehow is on the inside, I doubt it. But it's the whole blacked out theme or murdered out or whatever. Steel drive shaft couplings, great. Extreme bash composite sliders, yes, I agree. Definitely agree. Okay, so available in 2 great colors. Dude, I really like the blue, man. But anyways, if you wanted to get this version 2, looks like it's coming in an EXB looking black and the Outast red, which is pretty slick. So like I said, if you've got the Outast rig of this, you dude, your kid or you or your wife can get the smaller version. I know. Get hammered in the comments because I just said that. Yeah, there we go. Nice blow up picture of those backflips for flipping. So yeah, good tire. Good tire. Definitely a good tire. Outcast wing, tough composite. Yeah. I don't think mine ever broke off. Got the wheelie bar. It's not wheelie bar. Bar is a bar that you go to drink. It's bar. The wheelie bar. BAH, man. Bar. Like what bars? Is a sheep? Does a sheep bar? Or is it a goat? No, a goat does that weird neigh sounding thing, I think. I think the sheep bar. But there you go. It's got a thicker motor plate. The whole everything. Like everything about what they're doing, I think, in this is trying to give you those extra steps up. So a 6S ESC in this thing with my 6S ESC adapter plate that I still keep not releasing to the public. Dude, it totally works. I just got to make them. That adapter plate that I made is stinking mint. The only thing that threw a wrench in it, somebody was asking, well, can you adapt a hobby wing to it? And it's just like, I don't want to have to do that, dude. But a lot of people buy hobby wing stuff, so I just do it. I just ain't got the time sometimes. Aluminum shocks over the plastic. When did it? Yeah. So they're kind of still calling this V2 because the V2 version already had that. So is this V2.5? Or are they just saying these are V2 shocks? So it's the same shock that I've got in my truck. I'm just hoping these springs aren't the same weak rate springs. And I just mean the longevity of the spring just did not last in my truck. Again, is that my fault? I don't think so on that. I think 30 days wasn't enough. I think it was actually less than that. I think I noticed probably around pack 20 to 25 that the springs just, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that is the end of life. Maybe all you're supposed to get out of these vehicles is 30 packs. I'm just kidding. Yeah, okay. So whatever. V2, it's just, so it's basically what you're getting is you're getting, this Outcast is basically a V2.5. They're using V2 parts. I don't know why they're comparing V1. I guess just because maybe the other ones, maybe the V2, the actual V2, maybe that just, yeah, they're just not making it anymore. So they're basically pulling a fast one on you. They're giving you the 2.5 updated version and still just calling it V2, which I guess is all right. I don't know. Maybe there wasn't enough of a change or something. But yeah, there's some specifications down there. A couple more pictures right here. I will jump into specifications real quick, just because I want to see, and I think I can actually do I wonder if I can do the split screen. I don't want to chance it. I don't know if I'll be able to do like I've never tried that. See, I'm on a Mac, so the Mac has this ability to be able to like split a screen side by side kind of deal. So I got it. All right. So, like I said, you watch the videos, you look at the pictures. This is how they're intending you to drive your Outcast. In dirt, in mulch, or should I say sand? You call that sand? Sandy dirt with rocks. That's a rock right there. So they're saying it can handle rocks of that size. Unlike that poor little MJX. So mulch, skate park. That's saying this thing can go to the skate park. That looks more like dirt. Look at that thing, dude. That's mean. That's a mean lean right there. Dude, that says rip all over it. That picture right there says rip all over it. Yeah. Man, it's really making me miss my Outcast. Now look at it. It's ready for the drop in, man. It's ready for the drop. So, specifications. Yeah. Pretty sure this is going to be like all the same kind of stuff. The one thing that I'm not, you know what? That's the one thing that I don't think I did see. What I'm looking for is I'm looking for that picture, which might be in this one. Yeah, see what they're not showing. They're not showing that rear end. See if I can find a picture. The reason why I'm saying that is because the Mojave's rear setup or rear end, it should be the revised chassis. Yeah, it is. No, it definitely is. All right. So, yeah, right there. You can see it. See this piece right here? See that, like, see where, is my pointer showing? Yeah. So if I could, I can't highlight this. So, yeah, it's that revised whole rear thing. Let's see if it's the front, too. Trying to see. I think it is. So it's like what they did is they kind of like caged the area. Yeah. Yeah. Looks like it looks like an Arrma knock out of the park kind of deal. So I don't know. So I wanted to just, like I said, I'm gonna just look at the specifications real quick. And I'm gonna go ahead and throw this on. We'll throw a couple of videos on. So the Kraton's going to be available in the red and the green. So we've got length of 547, and we've got a length of, where are we? Why is the length not listed? Oh, there we go. 515. All right, so 515 right there, and 547. So just like it should be. You knew the Kraton was going to be just that much different. I'm not gonna, really go. Like I said, you're basically looking at the stretched version of the Outcast. So if you had or like the Kraton 4S V2, and you want to get this 2.5, I feel like it's going to be an upgrade. I got to go let her in. Hold on. Yeah, I know. You hear my voice. Just don't light me up anymore. And I won't have to throw you out. Throw you out to the dogs. She is a dog. All right. I don't know where I was in that thought process. It's just going to be the revised or better version of what they had come out with version 2. So this really is 2.5. So got some nice air right there, and that's what this thing is designed for. It is designed for exactly that. Launching, getting nice long jumps, and less flip. So look at that. Faster, stronger, 4S brushless bash. Look at that thing. That thing gets hauling, dude. That thing's hauling. Yeah, slick. Very slick. So all this stuff is going to be all the same. The whole You know, metal center diff, chat. Oh, there we go. Wait a minute. Did I notice that in this? Where are we here? Right here. Chassis. See, it's funny how they do that, huh? It looks like a grayer plastic, but it might not be. I don't see why they'd make it a different kind of plastic. It's obviously the lighting. The lighting's kind of throwing it off. Looks like a different color plastic, but it's not. So there you go. Stretch version of the chassis. This is a good addition right there. Having those holes, getting that debris out. It's a good idea. What are those stinking holes for? Those two holes there are for, look like for screws. So is that on the... Ah, see, they're filled. They're filled in the Outcast. See those holes? Those holes on the Outcast are filled. So, oh, look at the branch, dude. Look at the branch stuck in the wheel. That's awesome. So you can see it's going through mulch. What the heck are those holes for? Huh. How come I don't know what those holes are for? Do I have to look at the chassis again? What are those holes for? Oh, is that? It's at the back. Is it for that thing right there? It must be for that piece right there. I don't know. It's funny, man. Why does this have... Aren't those the screws that hold the... Aren't those the screws that hold the center diff in place? So do they not have the differential in place? That doesn't make sense because you can see it. Why are the holes open? I don't know. Well, whatever, guy. All right. Yeah, so all this stuff is literally, all this garbage is the same. You get a side kind of look of the way they're trying to keep all that debris out of there. Nice. Nice. Definitely nice. Here's another video right here. Yeah, Turismo. Yeah, I think so. Yep. Read the comments. What am I reading? Face, blue, wide eyes. What? What am I reading? Can the chassis mud guards be put on the V2 chassis? From what I remember, I go get my, I'm sure somebody could answer that. My Outcast is out in the garage. So to answer that question, absolutely. Well, I mean, I shouldn't say that, but it's the V2 arms. So showing that kind of proves it. But I did grab my Outcast real quick. You can see my ESC plate is in there with the 6S ESC. But yeah, it's the V2 arms. So it doesn't look like they changed anything like concerning that. The V2 arms are still just the V2 arms. Prepared to blast like never before. You know it, guy. You know it, guy. Do a wheelie, yeah, dude. Do a kickflip. So, yeah. So, wait a minute. Those things don't look color-coded. I'm just going to continue this video. Pub bar. Right, guy. It's different. You see that thing doing that? Dude, that thing was, that throttle was cranked, dude. Look at that thing. Look at the whole truck. The whole truck is doing the wig-wag. Yeah, so if you see what they're doing, and that's why I always say, watch the Arrma videos if you want to know how Arrma intends you to drive this truck. Oh, what was that? If you want to know, oh, check it out. What's that on the roof? I mean, on the hood. There's some like nubs. Is there no skid plate on the roof? Wait a minute. There's no skid plate on the roof. What's wrong with you guys? I guess they don't expect this thing to be on its roof? Yeah, it's gonna be. Come on, Arrma. They put the little nubs on the thing there, on the hood. What's that gonna do? It's just gonna slide on the roof. That's kind of foolish. I think wait a minute, on the Outcast has got the guards, right, on the roof? No, it doesn't. It's got the roll bar. That's right. Yeah. Come on, Arrma, man. Gotta have some type of a protection right there. If you get some protection right there, it would just help. I ended up putting those things on mine. The what are they called? Body panel clips. So no roof protection. This thing's gonna be sliding all over its roof. It does have the little Spock screws on the wing. It's got those little hood things, little hood savers. Yeah, it's just gonna grind the stinking roof. I don't think the angle. Yeah, no, I was thinking the angle, but it's not. Yeah, you're grinding through your roof. Yeah, so this thing, they're definitely intending you to run with some stinking speed and do some nice jumps. You saw that, right? That's not 500 feet in the air. Okay? It's not 500. Can it do it? Limited. It's only a 4S rig. That was a good jump, dude. That might have been 20 feet. This one. That might have been a 20-foot jump. Maybe. Maybe 15. Look at my face is hurting from the smiling. That's some nice brake action, and it's got the power to come out of it. There we go. That's more like it. Show this stuff, Arrma. Look at that. Nice brake, nose plant, wheel speed. That was me. Brake, plant, wheel speed. Nice. That was good. Good driving. That only took like nine tries to do that. Come on, I film stuff. Although my film stuff, I don't edit like that, though. Now, I suppose this could be one run with 1,000 cameras everywhere. Yeah, good truck. Again, I'm wondering about the springs. I'm hoping the springs last more than 30 packs or 20 to 25. Sharp looking truck, man. Fast. So 2400 kV motor, the 3668 SPEKTRUM firmware thing there with the with the little D thing there. So, all the same stuff. SLT 315. I think this is the last video here of the Kraton. This is probably where I'll end it. That way I can finish up doing my video that I'm doing. Yeah, sharp. Gonna need titanium. Yeah, dude, titanium's. Oh, dude. That would be mint. Titanium with spark sliders. That would be mint. When are they gonna show it on its lid? Never, guy. Dude, I like that. When are they going to show it on its lid? Never. Because it's all entity card. Dude, if I had this thing, I'd show it on the lid. Because I'd be doing the speed jump spot. You know I'm already the roof slide king. So what was it? The Mad Van? Mad Van, I think, did the longest roof slide of any RC that I think I had. Dude, like almost the whole way. It was awesome. So same servo, same electronics, same everything. Longer chassis, different tires and wheels, different wing, obviously. And shocks, I think, are going to be obviously set up different than the Outcast. I believe the Outcast, again, this is all just from memory, from the original Outcast, the 6S, was that I think on the Outcast, the shocks are the same front to back. And then on the Kraton, front shocks are slightly shorter than the rear, but I believe, I'm only talking the 8S, the rear shocks on the Outcast were the same as the rear shocks on the Kraton. So I'm thinking that it might be the same thing because it gives that kind of, basher truck speed kind of stance. So just finish out this video. It's got the fan on the motor, 2400 kV. I don't know what Pinion, it probably says it. It's got that whole new slipper clutch deal, which is great. That's what people were asking for. The aluminum shocks. Yeah, you can see those are short. Yeah, dude, those are short. Damn, those things are short. How short those things are looking. Those are stubbies. What's that from? What's that from? Is that from the this thing here that I'm always looking at? I almost said R1. That's that blue car that they have that goes super fast. I'm looking at it. The infraction's the truck. Limitless. It's sitting right there, dude. All of my parts that I've been buying for that Limitless are like all right there. Eventually I'll build it. I'll probably build it this winter. You know what? Maybe that's what I should do. Maybe I should do so during the wintertime, obviously when it snows, unless I'm out there, plowing a mad storm, maybe that's what I should do. I should do lives. Do lives that kind of build up my Limitless with just the stuff I have. It's not going to be everybody's cup of tea or whatever, but it'll be something. Maybe that's what I should do, man. So there we go. Arrma, faster, tougher. That's their new slogan. And that's kind of true. That's kind of true with what they're doing with these vehicles. It does look like they're trying to make them faster, tougher. So, Earl, guy, you're late to the party. Yeah, see, it's only like 6 o'clock. It's only 6 o'clock where Earl lives. Yeah. Super stability. Long wheelbase. Same things. Skid plates. Metal gears. That dumb servo saver. 17 millimeter hexes. And then this center brace. Pretty cool. Definitely seems like it's going to be a mild revision upgrade. The amount of abuse that I put mine through, man, the amount of abuse. Nah, I mean, I don't know. Is it really necessary? Yeah, of course it is, because the thing's going to be awesome. It's not going to be for everybody. But get ready to blast. There's your two colors, red and green. You got your V1, V2, so it's just, so that it's the same tires. So it's not a different tire. I thought it was. I thought it was a different tire. So it is the same tires. It's just the V2 stuff. So it is a version 2.5. That's all it is. So it's just a revised, better version of what they came out with. So did they jump the gun from the So they'll get the V1 to the V2. They just didn't put all their revisions into it because they needed to pump it out the door. That's what they did. They just needed to pump it out the door, make their money. And they did. So 55 miles an hour, the saying you can get with this thing. Look at that front tire. Flying saucer right there. Yeah. Definitely looking like a smaller speed demon than the 6S. Yeah. Yeah. So, anybody have any questions for old Moorhead? What's going on, guy? A glitchmas. Nice. Guy, you gonna show up or what? People want to talk to you. They want to hammer you about your big rock. They want to know, have you fixed it? Inquiring minds want to know, guy. Yeah, a couple of good trucks. So coming in at $449. And then obviously this one's gonna be $449, same thing. So and you get 4 points. You can pre-order it, do your whole deal, whatever you gotta do, whatever color you want. Seems like a good truck. Like I said, if it's anything, if this thing, I can't speak for the Kraton, but if this truck is anything like, and it should be, if not better, if this thing is anything like my Kraton 4S V2, this 2.5 is going to be mint, provided the electronics are not having any issues. So just got out of bed, take it. Yeah, your kid can hold your phone for you. Earl's all groggy. Hasn't had his coffee yet. Apple slider, what's going on, guy? Dude, I cannot say this name. Somniloam? Maybe that's how you say it. Gonna be hard getting newer parts for the chop shops. I'm not advertising them anymore. What are you talking about? You're not advertising. What are you talking about? Going to be hard getting newer parts from the chop shops. I'm not advertising them anymore. I don't know what you mean. You were advertising for chop shops? Yeah, dude, looks like a ripper. Absolutely. You thought it was going to be what? You thought it was going to be the B16? Yeah. Almost went to hobby quarters this morning, but I'm lazy today. Didn't really need anything. Yeah. Yeah. What's that? Scott Constantine. Dude, you've got the name from that movie with when Constantine, the movie there, Constantine with John Wick. Keanu Reeves. With John Wick in it. Is John Wick here? I don't think John Wick is here. John Wick is usually in these. Turismo 4 GTs heading over to Canada in about 2 weeks. Pick up a Mojave. Oh, you were doing videos for Jenny's? Nice. Yeah. Salt and Pepper. Yes. Constantine was definitely a good movie. Yep. I totally agree with you. He's always Neo to you, right? Yep. Yep. Yeah, he's John Wick to me and my wife. But yeah, I know what you're saying, Neo. Yeah, Speed. Yeah, Speed was a good movie. Absolutely. Ah, look at that. Yep. Kasiri. We met a bunch of times at HQ. You would know me if I bet I would, guy. I bet I would. Oh, I think I know who you are. I think I know who you are. I can't see like your little circle thing there. No, it was a lame attempt at it. Oh, all right. Oh, Bill and Ted, right. Dude, anything that, just about anything that Keanu Reeves, even, well, okay, even The Lake House, dude, was a good movie. I know, chick flick, but The Lake House was a good movie. And that was with, what's her name? So the same girl from Speed. What's her name? The heck is her name? The girl from Bird Box or whatever the heck that movie was. The hell is her name? Oh, I can't remember her name. I know somebody will throw their name in there. But The Lake House was a good movie. Yes, Sandra Bullock, dude. Right. Boom. See, look at that. All somebody had to say was the first name. So, well, I don't want to keep this going. I basically, I mean, I wouldn't mind. There you go. JP Stewart, bam. Look at everybody piping in. Sandra Bullock. Yep. So, this literally was just about Arrma's new drop. 2.5. That is what this is. It's not a V2, dude. It's a V2.5. They made revisions. It's a 2.5. I don't know why Arrma doesn't. They should do it the right way. They literally should have put V2.5. That's not the wrong way to do it. I think this is the wrong way to do it. Did the 0.5, was the 0.5 going to cost you a couple extra bucks in printing? Whatever. You better have the damn right manuals in these books, or in these boxes. What do they call it? What was that? Manual gate? You know how they what was it, like inflate gate, water gate, manual gate, or Arrma gate? Yeah, I don't know. So that's where I am with this thing. Mud Gods, improved electronics, improved chassis and side plates. Center diff. So you're getting a center diff, hopefully an improved receiver and thing there, servo, receiver, ESC. Hopefully an improved ESC and servo. Hopefully there's no software glitches. It shouldn't be. This is the same stuff that came in the Mojave, so should be fine, right? It's the same stuff that came in the Mojave, right? I gotta look now. Mojave. I honestly don't remember. Isn't that sick? No, it's not. It's not. Mojave got the old stuff? Oh, that's not right. Mojave got the old stuff. That's not right. What the hell, dude? So they got a 2.5 this? Mine's upstairs. Still in its box. Ah, it did. Look at that. You got the stupid Mojave, got the old stuff. What the hell? I guess they're keeping with their orange theme. So it's got the S652, not the S655 or 22 or whatever the heck. I don't even know anymore. Come on, Arrma, you're killing me here, guy. What the heck? Are you serious, dude? Come on. Oh, look at that. 662. You bastages. You bastages, man. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be the better stuff. Look at the look at the Big Rock. Big Rock's a stinking great truck. It's just coming across just a little glitch here. Damn it. Horizon Hobby at it again. All right. So anyways, same axles. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Arrma, yeah. Arrma is better than T as except for the stock shocks. Yeah, yeah, right. Well, the plastic ones, yeah, junk. Guy, shouldn't you be getting RC driving lessons? Oh, you're so funny, guy. No, I mean, I'm a garbage driver. It's fine. It's fine, man. I'm a garbage driver. No, I get it, man. I appreciate that. No, it is funny. Look at it go, 20 miles an hour. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like a brushed infraction? What? Yeah. Yeah, the Kraton V2, so I'll be there you go, guy. Bam. So see right there. The only thing is I feel like it's almost like backwards because I know some people came across with their Kraton and cracking the chassis, but that's where you as the driver, you're the one that's doing that. You're taking the vehicle beyond its limits and you're suffering those consequences. Hopefully this chassis, at least for this bad Larry, hopefully the chassis for this thing is going to be better. Hopefully. We'll see. It's still a plastic chassis, so if you smash it onto a rock, they didn't show this thing at the skate park. You notice that? Right? They don't show this at the skate park. There's a reason why. This is not the vehicle that they're saying belongs at the skate park, where this one, you could see it. That's on the skate park right there. Where is it? Those pictures are on the skate park. Right here. Right there. Skate park. This is the one you take to the skate park, and this one is not. I mean, you can. You just got to break it. So this is probably all the same area. They took the vehicles out and they just did a crazy camera session. So what's Earl saying here? So does Arrma want one of their RCs under the tree this Christmas? Yeah. Terrible. No, Constantine. In a way, you're wrong. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because think about the financial decision that they made, okay? It's all about financial decision. They did put out a V2 that actually was great. I thoroughly love my V2 Outcast. Absolutely, hands down, love that thing. It's a 4S truck, and that is my grab and go, where I think my my Big Rock used to be my grab and go, and I think before that was my Losi DB Pro. Losi DB Pro, I love that thing. Arrma Big Rock, that was a great truck for what it was. For my personal level of driving, it was a disposable truck to an extent. And then when that Outcast came here, man, yes, did I have the axle issue out of the box? Yes, but they did send me the part, and that resolved it. Now, they made improvements on this 2.5. I just wish they did it the right way with their labeling, because this really is 2.5. But as far as a financial decision, they did what they had to do to get those units out and sold last year. Now they're doing it again right before Christmas. Hey, guess what, guys? We now have version 2.5. So if you had any issues with 2.0, this one right here resolves it. If you never clicked that buy it now button, now's the time to do it. Now, the thing is if you wait another year, there's going to be a version 3. And then you'll say, oh, well, they should have put, all that stuff, all the new stuff into the last thing. That's just not the way it works. They have to make financial decisions that make sense for them. And this does make sense. It's all the same arms. It's all the same shocks. They bumped up the electronics a little bit. Chassis is different. They finessed the rear end there to kind of give it, a little bit betterness. Gave it better side, I think, protection. I think. Yeah, see? Yeah, see on mine? Oops. See on mine? Mine's just got the regular protection. So, and I think that's what the good thing is that instead of just keep giving you the same model from 1980 and make almost no changes, there's a couple vehicles out there and the manufacturers out there that kind of did that. They're changing stuff now, and they've kind of like done incremental little quiet changes. But yeah, it's that thing where if they see too many people breaking stuff, they realize, oh, hey, we really do have an issue. Let's resolve this. It's just the unfortunateness is like what Earl is constantly saying. The unfortunateness is the quality control, and that's where Traxxas ain't perfect, and Losi is owned by Horizon. So why does Losi seem to always be getting it right? Is it because the Losi brand itself is still interested in making sure, and I'm not saying everything's perfect, man, but Losi just really seems to, I guess, use the little microscope a little bit more on quality control. Again, it's not perfect, but Arrma seems to be lacking in that a little bit, which kind of, they're obviously learning. Each time this happens, they're not happy. Like, I mean, the guy Jason, right? I don't know what the deal is. I don't know if he still owns Arrma. I don't know if he's really still a part of it, but that's his creation. It has got to pain him to know that yet another release from my friggin' company has got issues out of the box. And that's got to be where's my knife? I don't even know what, that has got to be a stab in the heart pretty hard. It does. It has to. I mean, everybody normally prides their creation of their company, whether if it's owned by somebody else now or not. There's still got to be a certain pride. Traxxas has just always been about, man, Traxxas doesn't double check. Traxxas does the 100 point check. Traxxas probably takes a box off the shelf, opens it up, and just runs it out of the box. Let's see if there's any quality control issues. Just grab that one right there. Grab number 500. Rip it out of the box, chuck a pack in it, one of our packs, chuck a pack in it. Let's see if this thing rips. It's my guess. I don't know, man. Okay, well, this comment is right, but not. So a company like Horizon, what they can do is they can swoop in and they can save a company that needs help. They acquire the company by doing that. And the thing is that none of us know, unless you're an insider, no one really knows. How do I do this? No one really knows. I wish Earl would just jump on, guy, but Earl's got a lot of good things to say. Earl is able to word things better than I can. I might be able to think it in my head, but it just doesn't come out of my mouth right. So a company like Horizon, I get it. And I'm on that Horizon thing too. It's not good that they have no more phone support. They really should bring that back. That has hurt all of the brands that they have. Switching over to email, I get it, man, but that's still not cool. Traxxas right now, dude, on Christmas Day, you can probably call Traxxas and say, hey, my kid just opened up his new truck and blah, 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 something's not working. And I'm thinking, should test that out. Call them on Christmas Day. And do like a fake, oh, hey, my Traxxas broke video. I don't know. Horizon has the money. They can swoop in, save a company that's floundering. And I think that is what happened with Arrma. Based upon that interview, I do think that's what happened, because when Traxxas sued Hobbyco, they actually sued Hobbyco, not Arrma, as far as I understand. And Hobbyco was Arrma. So, or something like that. So they did swoop in. Again, we don't know the real truth of anything, and I don't think we ever will. The person that does know is Jason. That was his company. And he really does seem like a good guy. Think about it. He created Arrma, with the help of whatever. But he wanted, I feel, from what what I've read and more of what I've seen, is he wanted to give a good quality RC at a good value. Now, the problem is, though, that good value is it's increasing, but the quality has been doing that. So, if I opened up a brand new RC and I got a generic manual that I couldn't tune my ESC to, yeah, you could probably download That's not right. That's not right. That's where Traxxas does not screw up like that. And I can't say, again, 100% that Traxxas doesn't screw up or Losi doesn't screw up. Maybe like out of, 1 million boxes, one might have something that's missing a wrench, or maybe the manual didn't make it in. But why is it always Arrma? Why is it, for some strange reason, just, you know what I'm saying? Why does it seem like Arrma, it's not that they don't care. Are they going too fast? They just don't seem to have that. It's not the Arrma pride. Oh, look at that. Here we go. What's going on, Guy?
Guy.
Dabbing.
Not a whole lot, just morning chores.
So if anybody wanted to know what Earl Moorhead looks like, Guy, take your snapshot.
You could just take reflections in the windows of my car.
Yeah, but dude, you know how much I had to enhance that photo to get that? Anyways. So this is the man, the myth, the legend. This is the guy that likes to nitpick.
Mr. B16 himself.
You know it, Guy.
So what's going on? Did Arrma drop some more RCs this morning?
Yeah, so they did the new Kraton and the Outcast V2.5. That really is a 2.5 too.
So revising their 4S line?
Revising the V2 4S, yeah. Yep. So
yep.
It is, and just like what happened with you when you went to that motorcycle shop and bought your Kraton 8S as a 1.5, you were told, they basically did that. This is the 2.5 of the two. So.
Okay.
They're not calling it that. They're still calling it the 2.
So is it like the Mojave 4S? Does it have some sort of cage on the body?
No. It's the same. It's the same body structures. No cages or anything like that.
Yeah.
But they gave it the revised chassis, and it looks like they updated the electronics. New servo, new ESC.
Is it a 25 tooth servo horn?
Like 25 tooth. Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Finally, an industry standard.
There you go. Yep. So, yeah, and obviously, you're doing all your diag on your big rock and everything, and
yeah.
And I'm just hoping that there isn't some weird software issue with this, because this is their black version of the ESC. So hopefully there's no glitches with this, because I didn't realize the Mojave has the old SPEKTRUM stuff in it. It doesn't have the updated ESC. It doesn't have the updated servo. It's still got the old stuff.
No, and because I think that's why Arrma's been reaching out so much to me lately, with the issues I've been having, because it is close to Christmas. They've dropped like, I don't know, 8 new RC cars.
Yeah.
In the last, month.
Right.
With the Grom and all that other stuff. Like every market that you're going to purchase an RC car, they've got something for Christmas. It was just dropped.
Right.
So, having this issue with the Big Rock, and I think the Big Rock's an awesome platform. I think they're pretty concerned,
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I think that's why they're asking for the parts back.
Right, and that's a smart thing to do, because that gets a problem child in their hands so they can rectify it, because they still have that Kraton EXB 6S that they're going to drop, right? They haven't dropped it yet, right?
No, not yet.
So
not that I know of.
If that's got the electronics from the Big Rock in it, that could be a bad hit.
I mean, what do you think? We've been talking about it. What do you think, after watching my yesterday's video? Do you think it's a software glitch?
Yeah, I think it's either that or a dirty signal from the servo. Maybe that's the only thing I don't know. You know what I mean? And like you said, that there's the bad part is, and this is why I'm kind of glad that this is happening to you. Honestly, I'm sorry to say it that way, but you're the right person to have the issue truck, because you're not going to just start hucking parts at it. You are going to, and I think methodically is the correct word, you're going to, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then if you have to go backwards, you make sure that you're, okay, it's not the voltage. I'm going to bump the voltage back up. We diagnose that. That's not the issue. And that's what I think people just jump the gun and they start, putting hate on you, but they're forgetting you're a goddamn mechanic. This is what you do. This is why you've gotten so far in your life as a mechanic. You're a master tech. You're no joke.
Yeah.
So it's like, and that's what ticks me off, is that they just don't know the real you.
Yeah.
They're just assuming. You know what I mean? This guy's just a nitpick winebag. Hey, he's doing it for a reason. Instead of chucking the wrench against the wall or taking the RC and chucking it against the wall like maybe I would, you're gonna, what the hell is wrong with this thing? Let me figure it out. And jokingly, I wish you took like your Blue Point scanner and was like looking for a OBD point. Like, what the hell?
Plug it in.
Yeah, plug it in.
RC Dude 81, he's the one that came up with that glitch miz yesterday. He left it in the comments of yesterday's video.
Right.
And I thought it was hilarious, because it's true. And my concern is, it's not even a concern. I truly believe that, these people that are saying that they're putting in AVC receivers into it, that they're not having the issue. And I think AVC is so smart, because it does control trigger and steering. Even if you turn that setting to 0, the AVC is still active in the background. And I think when it sees a glitch like that, it won't even do anything to the RC, because it's correcting it. So
I know you can't see comments, but Steve is saying you should be on Arrma's payroll. Didn't I tell you that?
We talked about that yesterday, and I think that's why I lost control with the Mojave, because Guy, after the 8S Outcast, when I took it out of the box and every orifice was leaking on that thing, every shock, every diff, like, this is a brand new drop, and I waited on that one. I didn't buy the release of that one. You got one. Chef Beardsley got one. You guys were having a blast with it, and I'm like, okay, I don't see any issues with it. Let me purchase it. I get it. Sure enough, defective. You know,
Yeah.
and that's why I was saying this time I was glad you got the owner's manual issue. These are the quality
Yeah.
control issues I've been talking about. Is that
Right.
everything I get has something going on out of the box with Arrma. I don't have
Yeah.
it with Losi. I don't have it with Traxxas. I just have it with Arrma, and it's disappointing because I truly do like the Arrma product. I
I know.
think Arrma's a great company, and if they can get this quality control stuff sorted out, and if they do any kind of R&D before we get it, I think that truly will launch that company into a level that I don't think Traxxas, Losi, or anybody else can compete with.
Right.
When you're passionate about something, you get upset at first. So
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yep. You know what's funny is that people, they say like, why aren't you ever on Traxxas's case? And it's like, you are. But the thing
yep,
is though, that there's so little problems that you come across.
yes,
And you got to look at it this way too. Arrma pumps out way more different vehicles, different-ish,
yep.
than
Body
Traxxas
wheel,
does.
yep.
So you're gonna find more issues because Traxxas
I
only
mean,
comes out with like one RC a year, if that.
well, think about it. They dropped 9 RCs, right?
Right,
Where's all the R&D?
right.
You can't tell me since the last drop, which was what 7 months ago, that they tested 9 different RCs before it went on market.
Or I'll say it this way. I've said this to some people. They know who they are. If you're a dog lover, you get a dog. If you're a real dog lover, you might get another one. If you get another one, each one you get, that first one, the second one, they're all now getting less time. So if you're pumping out 9 RCs,
Yeah,
can the department that is that R&D, can they really keep up?
yeah,
I don't know. Kind of almost seems like something's up, man.
yeah,
Something's up to where this, and again, my attitude was when they went backwards with the Mojave, it was like, man, they have got some shoes to fill if they want to label this 4S truck a Mojave. And then the
yeah,
issue that you came across with the body, but that's basically it. That's the only issue that you had with that
yeah.
truck was just the body. Other than that,
It's,
you love the thing,
the thing's awesome.
but it was still an issue.
Yep,
And
and people will only see the issue because the fire team was the same way. I only
right,
had a loose motor mount, no Loctite on the screws, and the
yeah,
left front bearing.
yeah.
Those were the only two issues. And up until that point, I was smiling, having a good time. I was sending the RC. I was having a
People,
blast.
I'll tell you, people have got to go rewatch that video because you can actually hear it in your voice.
Yep,
Your voice went from a voice of having a blast, having an Arrma blast, to
yep,
then you could just hear your voice changed. You,
yes,
instead of saying the F word, your tone said it.
yep.
Instead of
Because I was
saying "what's
disappointed.
up," yeah, yeah,
I was disappointed.
yep. The
I
the
was
the sound of
disappointed.
disappointment.
Yeah, because you spend so much money. Because I $800 on that, and I didn't just buy one. I bought two of those things.
Yep.
You know, you're talking about dropping $1,600 in a week.
Right, but that's
So
also, but that, and that's what I was saying too, though, is that I'm still not trying to, say anything bad about Jason because there's no way in hell he's happy about this.
no,
This is
you
his
can't be.
baby. This
Yeah,
is his company. He's
yep,
got to be livid. Problem after problem after problem. They're minute, but it doesn't matter. With this big rock, and again, I'm trying not to be on the big rock. That's not what this is about. But like what you even said, I can't jump this thing. I won't jump it because I could break it. This is a success.
right now, yes,
Yeah. And with
right
all
now
those
when it's
nose, yeah, with all those nose landings because of the brake kicking on, you
yep.
can't have the fun with that you can have with this truck.
Oh, you could tell it's an awesome truck.
It really is. Yep.
you know. And I normally don't keep stock electronics, and for this RC, for some reason, it feels like it has enough power to me. I
Right.
didn't throw in the speed pinion after the first run.
Yep.
Normally, that's what I'm doing because it's a little too slow.
And I think if I remember right, I think punch is only set to 4. So
Yes,
once
and
once you
I watched a few guys up the punch, and I'm like, man, that thing's an animal.
yes. Yeah,
Yep.
it lifts up. It lifts up the front wheels, man.
Yes.
But do you need all that power? It all depends. The whole thing is that that's what's great about Arrma is that's where Arrma has a little edge over Traxxas, but not. See,
Yes.
Arrma is allowing you to go in and tune power. Traxxas doesn't allow you to do that because
Yep.
Traxxas is like iPhone. They put a clamp down on certain things. You're not getting in there and programming our stuff.
Nope.
Where at least Arrma is still allowing you, or SPEKTRUM, at least they're saying, you know what? We believe in our vehicles that much. You know what? You want to put it on Punch 9000? Go for it. Do you know what I
Yep.
mean?
Oh yeah.
Because the hobby shops are going to have the parts you're going to need.
Yep.
Because
I
our
mean,
trucks are all the same.
we all drive different, and I think that's where the fire team was lacking. They put a handbrake on the fire team, but made it an off-road truck, and the handbrake was for drifting. I honestly feel this Big Rock drifts way better than the fire team did, and I don't know what they did to change it because it's like the same length chassis platform,
The
with body and
tires.
wheels.
The
And for
tires.
some reason, this RC feels way different than the fire team.
It's the tires, man.
It's impressive. Those
The tires.
tires, I see a lot of people not liking them, but it's a great all around tire. It
I
doesn't do anything perfect, but it does
no,
everything well.
and I even think in the Big Rock, again, this when we're not supposed to be talking about Big Rock here, but I I think that the Big Rock was obviously designed for a very specific kind of thing, but because it's an Arrma, it gives you the ability to do whatever. And
Yep.
that's what's great. These tires that people are complaining about, the whole thing is that watch Arrma's promo videos. Arrma had a specific reason for this truck. It's
Yes.
not a Kraton. It's not an
No.
Outcast. It's
No.
not supposed to be doing backflips.
No.
Could you probably make it do it?
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, put some backflip tires on it and give it a
Yep.
shot at the ramp, and you get
Yep.
it. Put the punch up to 9,000. You
Yep.
know?
But that's the good thing about Arrma. You know that they're watching all these videos and what people don't like about it. They're
Right.
on Facebook. They're everywhere answering people's questions, and they're
Right.
making the changes to see.
Uh-oh. Lost him. Oh, dude, no way. His name is Klitschmus? Oh, he lost Earl. Probably his battery probably died. Either that or it connected to his BMW's got that connection thing. It might have connected to that because it's not saying that he's gone. I still see him. But his end of the stream is dead, but the little window is still there. But I didn't realize that. His name, he's calling himself Glitchmas. Should just call himself Glitchmas instead of Clit. Glitchmas. I got to talk to him on the side there. He's got to get rid of that name. That's not the right name. Guy, you got to get rid of your name. That's not, you got to put a G in place of that C.
Let's see.
You're there.
Oh, there I am. Am I back?
You're back, but you got to change your name, guy. I just noticed it says Glitchmas. People,
Ah.
you got to change that C to a G.
Oh no. That's the
Anyway.
problem when you roll out of bed, get into a car, and go on a live.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yep. But
Hey, it suits me. All my videos are that way too. So.
it's true. That's true. Yep. So. Yeah, but I don't know, man. A lot of people are saying just buy something else. Buy like all I ever see. So it's Random Hero. He's saying all I ever see is Traxxas Arrma, Guy, Build a TLR, Mudgeon, Kyosho, Techno Kit. You know what's funny is that That's the problem. When I was younger, that's all there were kits. And
Yes.
until Traxxas came on the scene, Traxxas was the first RTR company. So at this point in time in my life, I already have a kit. It's called an Arrma Limitless, kind of, sort of. I don't
Yeah.
want to build anything anymore. I don't have
We don't have
when
the
you
time.
when you grow up, when you get older, your time starts to become sometimes more about a different level of fun. You just want to grab one of these Traxxas or Arrma or whatever, Team Associated or whatever. You want to grab an RTR. It says it's ready to run,
Yeah.
and that's what you want to do. You just want to go out and have some fun. And like I said, don't forget, like somebody like Earl's a mechanic, so he's already wrenching on stuff behind the scenes that you don't see.
I'd
So
be
same
I'd
thing
be
with me.
buying two strokes and nitro if I wanted to wrench the
Yeah.
whole time while
I
running
mean,
RC cars.
he's going to have to rebuild his BMW. So it's like that's at this point in time, I think that's where Earl is on that level of a kit. He's going to have to buy a kit of parts for his Beamer to get that thing fixed back up. And it's just like, I don't want to be there anymore. I just want to get outside, rip a trigger, and just have some smiles. If I
Our
want to
time
work on
our time's
something,
limited.
right? If I want to work on something or tinker around, I'll go in my like right now. My hood is open on my Camaro because I'm
Yeah.
just every once in a while I come down here and do something with it. I got no interior in the Camaro because
Yeah.
I'm finally getting around to doing those little things when I have the time.
Yes. And
There's
that's the
no
thing. We're limited for time right now, and limited
Yep.
time means we buy ready to run.
Yep.
During COVID, I built a kit.
Yep.
You know, so but I don't have that kind of time right now. Even like diagnosing this big rock issue, I don't have enough time in the day to solve the issue. I'm breaking it up between
Right.
4 days.
Right.
So
So random hero saying, so what you're saying, quality is not what you care about. Well, here's the point. The majority of people out there buy RTRs. If they don't have people like Earl and I doing stuff like this to say, hey, let's figure this out. So that's what we're kind of investing our time in, is helping those people that might be having issues or maybe preventing those people from maybe getting into or having issues. So it's
it, it
like,
it lets you know what to expect when you buy this RC car.
yep,
Because if I'm showing it and you're showing it on videos, then most likely that's what you're going to get out of the box Christmas morning. That's just it.
right.
And maybe one of our videos will help you solve whatever issue it is, and you won't experience what we're going through.
Plus, I hate to say it this way, but this is about entertainment, and
Yes,
there's really zero entertainment in watching somebody build a kit.
they're pretty boring.
Sorry, I know I don't want to build a kit because I feel it's boring. It's got
Yeah,
nothing to do with the quality of the parts or the quality of the build. I'm just not there anymore. I'm beyond that. I just want to have fun. And
yeah.
building a kit just is not fun anymore to me. It was when I was a kid. Anyway, all right, what are we looking at for time? 11 o'clock. So I'm going to have to wrap this up because I got to finish out the video that I'm doing right now, and then I got to
Yep.
take off for the day. But
I got to go
Earl,
put an ESC in.
if people haven't said it, you already know how I feel about it. We talk about
Yep.
it all the time, but for the people out there, hopefully you guys can give Earl a little bit more positiveness than negative, because this is what the guy's doing. Yes, he nitpicks stuff, but there's a reason why. It's not really nitpicking. It's all it's doing is trying to help. So when he spends $700 on a new vehicle, he expects it to be RTR, ready to rip. That's what RTR is, ready to rip when it's an Arrma. He expects it. He expects to be able to take the thing out of the box, chuck the batteries in, and then just take it to wherever he goes to have some fun, not nosedive and having the brake come on and bodies not come off because your lipos are on fire.
You know, if it wasn't for your video, I would have never thought twice about the issue I had when it was in the air. It happened twice on my first run, and I was like, maybe it was me.
Right.
You know, so, but after watching your video and you saying, you know, that Hobby Quarters owner, it wasn't his fault. It was literally drag braking in the air, and it happened to you. And then we talk about this stuff because I call you constantly. We bounce ideas back and forth, and it's like, wait a second, you're feeling the same thing I'm feeling. So there definitely is an issue. So, you know, and I think that's where a lot of other channels they're not doing that. They're not bouncing ideas off each other. They're not asking the question before they're putting something out there.
Right.
So we see it all the time that videos showing a fix for something, but we know it's not a fix because we've already done it. We've already talked about it.
Yep.
So.
Yep. And again, it may not be with everybody's truck, but man, it sure does seem like it is.
Yep.
It really does. So.
Yeah. And you can find something wrong with everything if you're really looking, but is it a problem? I mean, that's for you guys to decide. What I'm trying to do is show you what I do see. It might not be an issue for you.
Yeah, it's funny. William O'Leary makes a good comment. He says he loves that Arrma listens to their customers. That's why our 5 last vehicles have been Arrmas. And the thing with that is you know they're listening because obviously they are.
Traxxas is
just it's just they have to listen a little bit harder and do more about that quality control. Get the handle or get the control of that quality control. They really do. And if they do that, they will be not unstoppable, but man, if they have vehicles just coming out of boxes that really are ready to rip and zero problems, and that's hard to ask for, but still.
Yeah, you're always going to have the random defect.
Right.
That's always going to be there. It's there with Traxxas. It's there with everybody. That's what you want to use your warranty for. You don't want to use your warranty for R&D.
Yep.
You don't want to have to send your whole, you know, electronics back to figure out what's going on with it, when honestly, Arrma could just grab a box, take one off the shelf, and go run it outside. I'm sure it's going to do the same thing.
Right. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to wrap this up, let Earl go. But like I said, just understand, you know, why Earl is here, and he's just here to help. That's all it is. He doesn't need the crap comments. He really doesn't. He's just here to help. So that's it. That's all it is. He's not looking to take Arrma down. He's not saying Traxxas is better. He's just saying, come on, guys, Arrma, just get it straight. Let's get this going. I want to rip. I want to rip.
That's it.
All right, guys.
All right.
Thank you, Earl, for coming.
See you later.
I don't know what the heck happened. Am I still here? Am I still here? Dude, I don't even know if I'm still here. Well, that was an abrupt end. My hand slipped down onto the... Dude, just to know how much I go through stinking editing, I use both of these at the same time. So I got one of these things that has a trackball, and I use the trackpad. So I'm a left and right user. So, dude, I don't know what happened. Man. But I'm a left and right user, so somehow my fingers came across this, and it literally just it crashed me out of the studio. So, well, anyways, I think what I was trying to say is, as far as Earl goes, just understand that he's really only here just to try to help. That's all it is. And a lot of people have been getting on his case, calling him a wine bag and all this other stuff. And it's like, yeah, but do you understand why? Nah, I mean, Earl's my brother. So in case you didn't know that, he and I are like the movie twins. I'll let you figure out. I should pull up that picture. He and I are like the movie twins. So he and I are brothers, right? That's the thing that you don't know. But the difference. Yeah, wait a minute. I'm trying to pull up the picture I did. I think it's literally in pictures. Pictures. Earl and I are brothers, right? And like I said, if you couldn't get your screenshot or snapshot, here you go. So, who's who here? Coincidence? I think not. Twins. Who's the better looking twin? Earl or a guy? Anyways, it's like that movie Twins with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito. I'll be Danny DeVito. He can be Arnold Schwarzenegger. But anyways, we're just out here point blank, just trying to have some fun, man. Yeah, just if people are getting on Earl's case, man, just realize that person, don't throw hate onto that person. Don't go after them or anything. It's just realize that they just might not understand, or maybe they just there was a guy in the comment section. He didn't even get a chance to watch the video I did. And I think because of it was that China Junks thing, he literally commented. He didn't even watch the video. He went in and commented based on just what he saw for a thumbnail. And then I just said to him politely, I just said, hey, that really kind of wasn't the point. I don't know exactly what I said, but I basically said in some kind of way that just wasn't the point. You're getting it wrong or whatever. I don't know. Whatever, man. I'm just like you guys, man. I'm just out here to have some fun, man. This whole world is a piece of garbage, and you try to do something like this to just get your mind off of stuff and be with family and share like stuff like this with family and friends and just have some fun. It's just being the R&D or the warranty department is the non-fun side of this. So Arrma they'll get it. They'll fix it. They'll get to it. They're not gonna leave it alone. Like I said, with Jason, man, this is his company still, I think. I don't know. And it's gotta really be like a stick in his side or a knife in the heart or whatever you want to call it, or a stake in the heart when stuff like this happens, because I know I would be. I'd be ripped, dude. I would be ripped right now. If I was Jason, man, I would be stinking ripped. Because you're not out there ripping it. Do I have a golf? I do, but I won't run on golf courses. Yeah, right there. Good, man, right. Yep. Jason Cross, absolutely. Do whatever gives, as long as it doesn't hurt anybody. That's usually what I add to that. Matt Mass, knowledge is power. Absolutely. Yep. People who don't deserve a voice have one with the internet, and that's the problem, giving voices to those. What? I don't know what you mean by that. Oh, I think I know what you mean by that. Respect, yeah. Haters are just, right. Yeah, haters are just always going to, yeah, I know, man. But it kind of just, every once in a while gets to you. You know what I'm saying, man? All the keyboard hero type stuff, whatever. My boss is okay with it. Yeah, dude, nah, the golf course is like, Plymouth is golf course, like golf course country. I swear to God, there's so many golf courses that are around here. I couldn't do it because I know I'd create damage, and I just can't. So people love complaining. Yeah, they do. Yep. And it's all right, man. They have every right to do that. But anyways, I gotta go, man. I gotta finish up this video and continue on with my day. So hopefully you enjoyed this live. I was glad that Earl was able to jump in, because he's got some insight, and it's important to not only just hear my voice, but maybe hear other people's voices. And I'm not just saying that he and I are the only ones with this knowledge. It's not the case, dude. There are so many more way talented people out there that have it going on and whatever. It's just like with, you know, automotive mechanics. Not every stinking video you see out there is the right video to repair your car, man. It's really not. There's videos that I've done, such basic stuff, and the support that people have given me through that is nuts, dude. I've had people PayPal me. I'm like, what the hell? Who's this? PayPal me just because they saw a video on my daughter's Ranger showing how easy a diagnosis to a very common issue was and how easy the fix was. And I think the fix was like, God, I think the fix was like $30 or something like that. And obviously, you know, knuckles and scratches and all that stuff, but in time. But it saved them a boatload. And it's like, you know, I never asked for that. I just thought it was pretty cool. So it happens, man. It happens. If you've got valuable content, put it out there. It's not just for getting views. My original intention with some of those videos was just to put this information out there. Here, this is how easy it is to do this. Here, this is how easy. Here, my daughter is going to go ahead and change her own serpentine belt and alternator. She's going to do it. Let's film her. She's going to show you how to do an oil change. So it's like my son. Yeah, it's just my son should be doing videos for what he does, man. He moved very fast in his shop. He is the shop foreman. He's 26. Holy crap. Shop foreman. All right, so I'm out of here. Again, like I said, if you haven't given up one of these, go ahead and do that. It just helps. It helps. If you're not subscribed, whatever, and you feel like doing it, that'd be awesome. Again, all it does helps the algorithm. And that is important because I do enjoy doing this thing. And yeah, I like seeing those numbers increase. Why wouldn't I? If I saw them dipping down, I'd be bummed out. So help out with those numbers, man. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I'm just going to end the stream. Thanks for coming to this Arrma, Kraton, and Outcast 4S V2.5, because that's really what it is. It's not the V2. It's a V2.5. I wish Arrma literally just did that simple thing and did .5. It makes sense. They've revised it and made it better. At least it looks that way. And keep an eye out for more stuff on the Big Rock, because it's coming. End of session.